Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome to the first video of the Mario Kart 8 extra videos. So this video in particular, it's going to be mostly focused on time trials, but since I don't think that'll really take me a lot of time, I'm going to be going over some of the other menu stuff that you have going on here. So very quickly, I did kind of show off one of these options during the last video when I showcased like the Mii's and Amiibo costumes. But there are a couple of other icons down here that are worth mentioning as well. First, you have your play stats, which basically just gives you a random assortment of stats, basically. You can see like how many coins you have, how long you've driven, your favorite combinations and favorite or most picked stage. You have just some other statistics which are also pretty interesting. Yeah, I do not use tilt controls at all. And then, of course, you have, like, online play stats, so you have this going on. Also, like, you know, total battles, friend battles, tournament battles. Just general racing statistics, battle mode statistics. You have, I guess, your matchups with all of your friends as well. So every friend that's on your friend list, assuming that you've, you know, actually played with them. And then, of course, some people that you just, like, you know, race in general, because, like, I'm not friends with every single one of these people, but for the most part, like, it'll focus on your friends first, then just, like, random people you play against later. So, yeah, that's pretty much these statistics. Then, of course, you have your wireless play statistics as well, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, those are just general stats. Amiibos, this is where you can unlock Amiibo costumes for all of your Mii characters, if you want to do that. Next up, you have Mario Kart TV. This is a feature where it basically saves highlight reels of certain races. So you could actually like take your most recent races, look through them, you can edit the footage, you can also capture your highlights and share them on social media. Stuff of that nature is stuff you can do here. And if there's a particular race you really want to save for some reason, you can also save it to your favorites. Usually you see like a little star icon at the top of the screen, which signifies that's when you save a race as a favorite race, like when you're kind of viewing the results and whatnot, or just the general highlight reel stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what this feature is, just kind of looking at you know, past replays and highlights and stuff. The next button, I believe, is the info button. This is just general tutorial stuff. So if there's, you know, something you want to learn about driving techniques, you can do that here. It teaches you a bunch of different techniques and stuff, which is kind of cool. Teaches you how to do the rocket start, mini turbos, drifts, stuff of that nature. The ultra mini turbo, the drift brake. So yeah, lots of cool stuff here. And then of course you have the Toy-Con controls. I don't know anything about this because I have no interest in Nintendo Labo, but this is basically where you can edit these settings if you have a Nintendo Labo and want to use a Toy-Con controller. I'm assuming that's what this feature is for anyway. But I will admit I've never messed with this. I do not have a Labo, so my interest is pretty small in this, if I'm being quite honest. But yeah, those are all the kind of bottom options here. Obviously, for these options, single player is single player. Multiplayer is for people playing on the same console. Online play is for those who want to play online against people across the world. Wireless play is if you have like two different switches and you want to connect to another switch and do multiplayer in that fashion. That's basically what all these options are. And let's go ahead and move on to the single player. So, like I said, I am going to be spending a majority of my time today in time trials. I don't really need to really talk about much of this other stuff. We've been in Grand Prix mode. Versus mode is basically Grand Prix mode without the obviously the Grand Prix setup. Just to kind of, I guess, showcase something really quick, I'm just going to go ahead and pick these options just really quickly. You can basically edit the settings like this, though, so you can change between the different engine classes, You can make like team races, which is kind of cool. You can set like the item frequency and the type of items you get. You can kind of set the difficulty of the computer players. You can kind of force computer players to be in like karts or bikes. Courses, you can just, you know, race in random courses. You can make an order of courses. You can just play random, stuff of that nature. And then, of course, you have the race count, which you can actually play a super big cup of all 48 races if you really wanted to. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can do with versus mode. For the most part, though, it's just racing like you do in Grand Prix without the trophies and stuff being handed in at the very end. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So let's go ahead and move on to the time trials. Time trials are basically taking all of the racing out of it and just focusing on getting the best times on all the different courses, if that seems to be something you're interested in. So let's go ahead. I don't think I've used Toad in this playthrough yet, and that's weird because I'm such a, you know, a big Toad fanatic here. So I'm just going to pick a random setup here. And then, of course, you can choose your course. I think you can also choose between 200cc and 150cc. So you can actually do two different versions of time trial. I'll definitely showcase that. But since we're playing as Toad, let's just go to Toad Harbor, because that makes sense. So you have these different options here. You have a solo race where you just race just normally. You can race against a ghost, which is probably what I'm going to be doing just to show off. You can also view a ghost time. I think it's like... You can also view other ghosts you have saved here too, so that is something. You can also just view online ghosts as well if you want to. So if you want to look at like who has the best times on these tracks. You can also upload your own ghost data if you think that you have a really good time on a track, and yeah, those are basically all the different options. So I'm going to go ahead and race against Nin Alice, even though I have a better ghost here, because if you want to get all of the unlocks in this game, you need to beat all of the staff ghosts on 150cc. Because if you do that, I believe you will get the gold wheels. So if you want to get all of the kart parts in the game, you need to get all of those unlocks, so make sure that you do that. But yeah, you basically just, you know, race across these courses. Not much to really say about it. You do get 3 mushrooms in time trial, so you can use those if like there's a place where you think a mushroom would be very beneficial, you can use it there. You use mushrooms a lot when you're taking like certain shortcuts because, well, that makes sense. Obviously, shortcuts will save a lot of time, so you want to take them as much as possible. So it's basically just kind of, you know, if you want to do well in the time trials, you got to find, first of all, the right combination. And there will be some combinations that work better for certain courses, because maybe there's one course that has a lot of turns, so you want maybe a vehicle that has better turning. If there's a track that has more straightaways, you probably want something with the highest top speed. And of course, characters also kind of factor into that as well. I wouldn't say the character selection is as important as the kart selection, but if you want to make everything optimal, it does matter, because there are definitely some characters that have, you know, greater speed bonuses than other characters. So that is definitely something you want to consider if you want to, you know, race optimally and like you want to actually compete against other people in time trial mode. But you know, if you just want to get like the bare minimum, like in this case, if you just want to unlock the gold tires, you can probably get away with using whatever vehicle you want. There'll just be some tracks that you might need to optimize a bit better, just due to the nature of the type of vehicle you are using and the type of character you're using. So I'm not doing very well against this CPU here, or the staff ghost, as I called it before. I think Toad itself, he's not very fast compared to my normal pick of Morton Koopa, who I think has probably one of the better top speeds in the game. And also just, you know, being a lightweight character, top speed definitely takes a bit of a tank compared to other statistics, which Toad does have some statistics that are better than, like, the heavyweights. It's just that in terms of, like, raw speed, and there's, like, a lot of straightaways here, too. Obviously, Toad probably isn't the greatest for time trials. I did make up a little bit of time. I wasn't as far behind as I thought, but clearly, I definitely lost, I guess. This is the best way to say it. Let me change character. I'll go ahead and go back to my main combination and see if I have a little, you know, a little more luck here than I did in that one. So let's go back to Morton Koopa here. So let's see, where are we gonna go next? I'm gonna try to pick maybe a retro course this time. Let's do Royal Raceway. I like Royal Raceway. It's a good track. And let's actually race against my own ghost this time. So we'll see if I can actually improve my time that I had before. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that because, you know, I don't play this game as much as... I don't really want to say as much as I used to, because I wouldn't say I really played this game a whole lot anyway. But, you know, when I was unlocking, you know, all the vehicle parts and stuff, obviously I was more inclined to do well, because I knew that, hey, if I do well, then a vehicle part will be rewarded to me, so... I'm doing alright, though. I am winning at this current point in time, so that's good. We'll just see if I can keep it up. Also, you want to make sure you collect coins as well, because, as I've said before, the more coins you have, the greater your top speed will be. And that wasn't even a reason why I lost the previous race, because I actually had 10 coins, like, during the second lap. It's just... I don't know, just little optimizations that the Toadette was making over me, I guess, is the best way to classify that, I guess. And I accidentally touched the grass there, so that's probably going to give my ghost the win because I did that and made that mistake. But it is what it is. Again, I'm not trying to like go for like a demonstration of how to win all the time trials or anything like that. I'm just showcasing the mode, giving you guys an idea of what you can expect in this crazy, crazy world of time trials. Seems like my ghost actually had a little bit of an issue right there, so... See, I actually took the shortcut. I don't know if it's going to matter much, because I'll obviously take the ending shortcut, but this may have been a case where I had 2 mushrooms at the very end. Ah, dang it. Well, at least I got within a second this time. And at least I lost to myself. Trying to find the good middle ground of everything here. So I'm going to go ahead and change, not really the character, I'm going to change the bike combination. I might change character too. Let's use another character we haven't played with yet, because there are a lot of them. You know, we haven't seen Luigi, so we'll go ahead and play as Luigi. And let's go ahead, we're going to try the 200cc time trials now. So let's go with some good combinations for 200cc. Maybe something like this. Yeah, we'll go with this. And let's go to a very shortish track. Let's go to Excitebike Arena. I might do another one after this too, because I mean we're only at the 15-minute mark, so we still have some time. We'll go ahead and switch to 200, and we'll race against Nin Akira. And see if we can handle the pressure that is 200cc. Now, Excitebike Arena, as I've talked about before, it is, you know, the course where you have a random layout every time you race on it. I believe on Time Trial, obviously, to keep the legitimacy of all the times and stuff, the random aspect doesn't work on Excitebike Arena. Just again, to make sure you have like an actual good time trial course you can compete on. Because if it was like different every single time, obviously, like, you know, if you try to race against people, they'd just wait until they get like a good track layout or something. I imagine that's how it works. Like, I hope that Nintendo wouldn't let like a somewhat big issue like that slip by. Also, damn, Akira actually took a really nice shortcut there, so I am now not winning. I think, damn. Akira definitely used a mushroom right there. So yeah, man, I am 0 for 3 on these time trials here. I mean, these are pretty difficult. I mean, and I'm not used to racing on 200cc. I think I did all right considering this was my first attempt of you know, doing this. But still, I'm trying to think of a good course. Let's just go to Mario Kart Stadium. Mario Kart Stadium might be a good one to race on just because of, you know, it being the first track and everything. And of course, they're using freaking Gold Mario. Which again, Gold Mario I think just has Metal Mario stats. It's just, again, showcasing that these guys are just super, super great at the game, and I'm not. But what else is there? I want to at least win one of these before I stop this video. Maybe this is the one, though. I'm off to a good start. I'm winning the first lap. I still have all my mushrooms so far. Oh, there he goes. Or there she goes. Sorry, Sophia. I was referring more to Gold Mario, not you, I guess, in that case. That's fine. Sophia knows I never have to explain myself with her. Me and Sophia are good friends. We're not actually friends. I have no idea who she is. But it would be cool if I did, because then I could say I know someone who works at Nintendo. It's like that whole, man, I was doing good, and then all of a sudden Sophia just took over there. But yeah, it's kind of like that whole, yo, my dad works for Nintendo, I know, stuff, that joke you see a lot. No. Okay, let's do one more. We'll do one more, and I'll do a track that I know I'm actually good at that doesn't, you know, take a lot of, I might want to change the vehicle, too. Let's actually go back to my setup, because this one won't require that much turning, so maybe I can use it to my advantage. But let's go to, Toad... No, not Cheep Cheep Beach. Let's go to Toad's Turn... No. I want to go to Toad's Turnpike. Do you understand the game? It's not that hard to figure out. Yeah, I feel like Toad's Turnpike will be kind of brainless as far as, like, strats are concerned. Well, actually, this is 150. No, wait, no, it's not. Well, either way, let's restart. I thought it was 150 because... Oh, wait, the track is normal. Then I realized, oh, wait, 200cc isn't mirrored, Slim. I think I did that during the main part of the project, too. Damn! Yeah, this doesn't really help that I'm using this, because even though there's not, a lot of turns here, just kind of veering out of the ways of the cars is a challenge, so... Oh my god. Yeah, I'll just go back to the other setup I had. It's probably going to be better than just trying to force my way through this. Also, you know what? No. We've used a couple of Peaches already. We'll use Daisy. Okay, let's... Yeah, I don't know what is with my controller right now. I keep moving stuff over, and I don't intend to, or I do intend to, and then it doesn't move over. It's really weird. Controller is not liking me today, I guess. Okay, this is going to be the last time I try this, and I'll just go ahead and wrap it up, whether I lose or not. I guess I'm just not in a time trial mood today, I guess. Which, that's fine. You don't always have to be, I guess. Well, that was a good turn. Okay, so I have the 10 coins. That's good. I guess my problem is I'm not really using, drifts and stuff when I probably should be. Because those little mini turbos do actually help. And man, I do not know what Toadette is using, but damn, she is still... She's already done with her second lap, and I still have this one big turn to do. She is 8 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, well, I mean, what can I say? I'm just not great at time trials anymore, at least for 200cc anyway. I did enough to unlock the cold glider, I guess, but... Thankfully, there are no unlocks for the 200cc time trials, I guess. I got a new record, at least. Ninri still beat the pants off of me, but... And Sports Coupe, Slick, and Super Glider. Interesting. Jeez, even my best lap wasn't better than her worst lap. That's how bad that was. I didn't want to upload that. That's a terrible ghost to upload. Have fun beating that, everybody, I guess. Okay, well, I really want to feel good about myself before I close this out. I really want to feel good about myself, so... Let's play as Ludwig. We'll use a Koopaling this time. I'm gonna go back to my setup again. If I can find it. There's just way too many carts. It was nice in Mario Kart Wii when, you know, every, weight class had a certain number of, carts they could use. Because then, all the carts would be on one screen, and here you have to scroll through, 15 million different ones. Okay. And let's just race against Ninmark. We're gonna win this. I'm gonna feel good about myself for something today. And see, this is fine, because this way I get to actually, have a longer video, because I was kind of feared that this video would be like really short, since all we were doing were going to be time trials. I don't even know if my route here is like the fastest one. I just know that it, like, especially for time trials, it works. It's like, oh yeah, I'm like really far in the lead right now. I'm really far ahead. I'm 5 seconds ahead after one lap. Not even Toadette in the last race was that far ahead after the first lap. She was still pretty far ahead, but not 5 seconds. Looks like Yoshi actually is catching up a little bit, though. Looks like he actually took like a better route this time. He might also have more coins than I do, too, which, you know, that kind of stuff does add up. That's one of the reasons why, like, whenever I hear people talk about, like, unlocking TT in Diddy Kong Racing, that's one of the reasons why, like, I try to tell people that unlocking TT is not as hard as it is actually perceived to be. Because I feel like a lot of the times, people just kind of forget about the whole, like, banana system. Where, again, having bananas will make you speed up significantly. And, like, obviously, like, there are still some TT races in that game that are, like, really hard regardless. So, like, the Greenwood Village one I've always had trouble with, no matter what. But it's also a case where I feel like once you beat TT once, you kind of feel like you get on a roll for the rest of the races. So, he's not really that bad to unlock. But again, different strokes, different folks. Not to mention, I feel like Diddy Kong Racing controls aren't exactly like optimal compared to like Mario Kart controls of these days. So there we go. Oh wow, did I actually beat my ghost? Let's see, did I actually beat my ghost too? I'm just going here to check. Wow, I did. So, I guess I didn't just beat one ghost, I beat 2 ghosts now. Taking all the victories whenever I can and wherever I can. But yeah, that's going to be it for the time trial video. Thank you for watching and enduring my bad time trial skills. Tomorrow's video, we're actually going back in time. We're going to be going back to Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U to experience a mode that's very different than the mode in this game. So that's right, we're going to be checking out the battle mode of Mario Kart 8 on Wii U tomorrow. And then next weekend, we'll be checking out the battle mode in this game. So yeah, that should be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to you know, going back to the good old days when, you know, there wasn't the battle arena courses and you had the courses in Mario Kart 8 instead. So yeah, we'll check that out tomorrow. Should be very interesting. Hope my Wii U still works. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Later, folks.